Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself Sansomi. And this is Season 2, Episode 1. Now I might have released an episode before this one with the pre-season games and stuff like that. But this, I call that episode 0, as you probably would have heard in that sense, since nothing really started. Today we are going to, or tomorrow, according to this, we're going to be facing Tunbridge. Now, I don't know really, we do have a lot of players, and yeah, stupid as I am, we are extremely close to the wage budget, which is not really what I wanted. I wanted to try and keep the financial in a good state and build instead of tear down. But yeah, we'll just have to hope for we are getting a good season. Now, I think I have a cheaper squad. I know I have a cheaper squad since we were almost we almost had 6,000 last year or last season, and we only have 4.7 this season. So we have a cheaper squad even though we have more players. But are they better players? I really don't know. And just for the sake of it, I want to go in here and I want to talk about this lad. The one that we had last season on loan, that we developed a lot. He trained a lot with us and we raised his number a lot and stuff like that. And yeah, he won't join us on loan this season. Not at the moment anyway. Maybe they'll get desperate if there's nobody that wants to lend him. Then maybe they get desperate and we can bring him in. But at this moment they won't, because if I go to loan offer, Notts County would prefer Stern Irvine to play with higher quality players. So Scott Dow might have been the worst thing to lose, because that could have been the player that he perhaps wanted to play with. Going back and looking at it, it's still, he only has me as a favorite personnel, so that should count for something, but no, he doesn't want to join us. And that's, or yeah, the club doesn't want to lend him out to us. But given the thought that wouldn't it be better to play with us than not to play at all? So I'm going to continue to try and come in here and try and find a way to lend him this season as well. I don't think we're going to get it, but I'm going to try. I'm going to continue to try. So yeah, bit of a disappointment there. Let's see. We're going to continue with the whatchamacallit. I can't criticize him. Yeah, I can. We're going to continue with 4 episodes now. We'll go back to not 4 episodes, 4 games in every episode. So until we get to the end of the season, where we need to manage how we end it with a good amount of games, so we don't end up with one game, one episode that we need to do 5 or 2. So yeah, we're just gonna start with 4 games and yeah, see where that leads us. If we have the right amount of cup games, it will end up even So yeah, here we go. What's this? Yeah, that's right. I tried to return to be director of. Yeah, I've signed a couple of. I've tried to sign a couple of staff members, a director of football, a physio, and under 18 manager. So we have expanded on staff. I was thinking maybe when I do this transfer thing here, going to director of football, suggest transfer target, I don't have anybody that actually does that because we don't have a director of football. So I was thinking maybe this lad, even if he's not very, very good, maybe he's got something. Maybe he can give us better players in his when they come up with free transfers and loan abilities and stuff like that I'm trying to get. Maybe we will get better suggestions now, because yeah, even though we've been pretty good, there's only really been Irvine that's been really great in the players that we have brought in, as I feel it. I mean, Tom Stagg's been good, but really he's not been that extreme kind of player like Irvine was, that ended up being number one in training every single week. So yeah, but we're gonna try and start this season off, and I haven't picked any players. I think we're gonna start with this new goalkeeper, Tom Hardler, because I have a little problem with Toby Egan wanting a lot of money if I'm to sign him a new contract, which, yeah, we can understand, of course, but something we don't want. And right defender, of course, that's Johnson. I think he's one of our best players. Yeah, interesting to see if we can keep him. Worth 7,500. So, but he's getting a really £325 per week, which is costing us a lot. But yeah, and then in the middle I want Rory and Even. And as a left defender, I'm actually going to go with Joseph Roberts. As a right midfielder, let's see, we want Vose, I think. We're going to go with Dominic Vose. And as in the middle, I'm going to go with Dure and Oleka. Yep. And hopefully they will be as good as they were last season. As left midfielder, let's start with Green, actually. Let's see if he really is good at that left midfielder position. And up front, we of course going to go with Stag and our captain Fundi. I don't know if Fundi is our best player in if we're true, but yeah, we'll just have to go with our guts there. And then we want of course a defensive player to be on the bench. We want midfielders, and I want somebody that can, I think we're going to go with Tyrone here as the defensive alternative, and then Sonny Carey as offensive, and then a striker on the bench, the last position. We will go with Liam Nash. So this is the team for the very first game. I'm not going to do any big changes. He's going to play as he's played the entire last season, and we're going to see, yeah, this is the best position for him, I guess. Yeah, and then we go here, and he really should play as a no-nonsense or central defender as well. Let's play him as a central defender as well. Rabbits, no-nonsense, defend, or complete wingback. We take him as a complete wingback and support. Green can play as a defensive winger. No, we don't want. We want him as a winger and support. So he goes a bit up. It's going to be a tough start for us as it was last season. We're going to have problems because we get so many new players and our familiarity is good, to be honest. So we can experiment a little bit this season, trying different thing if we end up in need of that. I am actually even considering creating a second or maybe even a third to switch over to in case, but that's not going to happen today. So let's start this first game of the season. Let's all be all be hoping for a good start. We're gonna meet Tunbridge Angels. Pump Fist, I want... Come on, let's show me what you can do. Let's do that one. And it's Kickoff. First game of the season, lads. Let's hope for a good start and a good second season, and perhaps a season where we can continue to develop this club into a better club. Goal is, of course, to become a professional club. That's our biggest goal at the moment, so that we can have more training and stuff like that. I want to keep managing Welling as long as it's possible. If I'd had the editor active, I would have chosen to not be able to get sacked, and but I don't dare to have the editor on because I fear that I would have cheated, like the thing that we would have reached the playoff last season, because I wouldn't have accepted that. I would have done something to some player to be the difference and stuff like that. So to keep this clean and to keep me from doing anything that is cheating, I have turned off the editor, of course. But yeah, it's giving me some headaches here down here, because it is hard to find good players and stuff. Oh, Vose is here. Vose gets the ball in. There's a header. There's another header. And there's... Oh, good save by their goalkeeper. But we've been creating a couple of chances here. Already looking better than we did last year against them. But last year against them, in the start of the season, we had no familiarities. And everything was new for me as a manager, and for the players to have me as manager and everything. But it looks sort of okay so far. Their goalkeeper has done a brilliant effort so far. And Dixon Hodge, I have a feeling that I had him on trial this summer, and I chose Tom Hadler instead of him. So yeah, that's interesting. Interesting that he makes a brilliant game against us then, and in his very first game for them. Interesting that he gets to meet us again, as at the very first game. So yeah, here's another thing here now. Let's see, Green to Fundi. Gets it into Stag. Stag scores! We got the goal, lads. We got the goal. 1-0 to Welling United. Brilliant, brilliant start. Let's continue this. It has actually felt quite okay so far in the game. They haven't really created any good chances, and we've had the few chances that has been created. Here's Fundy through, and he scores again! It's 2-0 to Welling. Good God. Great start. And first half is almost over, and it's brilliant, 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 lads. Let's continue this. Let's hope that the players, let's pump up the fist, and let's do that, and let's see what we get out of this second half then. We're in promised land, playoff position. Now, I still don't want to win because I don't think that the club is ready for the next division. I still don't think that. We have too many positions in the teams that needs to improve. But I would love to come to playoff and reach the final. As I told you last season, we are all about that. We are all about the money and to be able to build from the ground. And to hopefully, yes, number 3! And to hopefully then start to climb the ladders of the league tables. And yeah, who knows how far we can take Welling. It's going to be interesting to see what level I'm able to put them in before I get sacked or before we just give up. But I think we're going to give this a... As long as they don't sack me, we're going to play this, and I'm going to say no thank you to all the offers I get from other clubs. And yeah. So, and that's interesting that to see that we have a 4-0 lead here. That's brilliant. My guys have been playing very, very good today, and I actually think I'm gonna be changing him out because he's getting a bit tired, and we're gonna go for someone offensive since we have been playing we all have such a good lead. I want to give him the chance, give this young lad a chance to prove what he can do. I don't really know how good he is. He's got some good numbers, only 20 years old. So I need him to play in order to develop and see what he can become. And yeah, good start of the season. Brilliant to start with a win. And a good win as well with 4-0 is of course a really good start. And it's going to be a little interesting to see if this is because we have become a better team, or if it's because maybe Tonbridge has become worse, or maybe it just is a fluke, lucky game. But yeah, that's a good win for us and a good start to the season. It's brilliant. Now, when we lost Scott Doe, we lost our captain as well. So I've actually appointed Fundy, only 22 or 23 years old, as a captain. That's a young captain, actually. But I didn't feel that we had any other choice because there wasn't really good leadership in the older players. So, yeah, we just had to take what we could get because we want a leader out there. We don't. Gums impresses on return to English football. Has he been outside of the English league? Let's see. He's 24 years old. Flint Town in Wales. Okay. So he's just been in Wales. Yeah. Well, that's outside of the English border, but not outside of the British border. So I don't know. I don't call that being abroad. But okay, let's continue here. Stag, he was on form. He scored 2 goals. Yep, he was good in that game. Maybe I should praise his performance. Put arms around him. Like that. There was no way to give him some good feedback. And the season is off, lads. We have started the season. We are 40,000 almost, 37,742 in deficit, which is of course not good. We want to get up, start earning money to have a good amount of money in the bank, not losing money. And it all depends on how far we can go in the FA Cup, of course. That is the key to be able to get good money. So my hope is, of course, that we can. I don't really care how far we go. I just want to go far enough to meet a team that can bring about 10 or 20,000 spectators, face them away, and I think we're going to be set for the season with that amount of money. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what we can do. Next game is against Dover, and then we have an away game against Wealdstone, and then I don't know what the last game is that we're going to be playing, but it is interesting start with beating them with 4-0. Really interesting. Tekken Tail considered 260 season tickets has been sold. The sales has grown since 250 last season. Okay, that's good. 10 more season tickets sold. That's good. The board are pleased with my management here of the team. Yeah, a lot of green and yellows. The board are very pleased to see that you have strong backing and support from the players. That's good. But I think I'm going to have a couple of problems with players not getting to play. Joe Healy, for instance, lost his position now to green out there when I brought this young lad in as left defender, which I do believe is the right thing to do, because I think he's 19 and Green is 30, and I think he's got a very good potential. Superb rating for the senior team, star players, and he's got a couple of stars even now. So that's something that I don't like, when they have low determination. That is something that I would love to be able to train them in, put them in some mental training with psychologists and stuff like that. Let's see if we can get him. Can we get him in any now? You know what? I think it is because he is actually in the under 23. So I'm going to move him up to the senior squad, because I think he's ready for that. And then we're going to see if he ends up in any of the mentoring. Yeah, he gets in there. Gets in with Nathan Green. Good, but only average effect in the group. The other two has significance, and he's only get average, so average, but it can, maybe that can, let's see what Nathan Green has in determination, only a 9. So I don't know if determination can be changed by this, but it would be cool if it could, actually. And I'm thinking maybe Healy should be playing instead of Green, but it went so good now in the first game, so I'm not going to change anything really. I'm going to try and get this I'm gonna try and get this working. Yeah, we have Sam Kelly as well, which is a new player. So I'm gonna try and keep the same team this time. And let's go into the tactics screen here. We can see that they are quite, though actually Nathan Green is quite tired, so maybe he will get out, but I don't know if I'm to use Healy, which is good. He's a good player, good numbers anyway, or if I'm to use Sam Kelly, which I think is quite good as well. So yeah, he's only 27, but 27 is kind of a high age as well now. So yeah, let's get going. If he's still not 100% in that hard picture on Green, I am thinking Healy should take that position. So let's see. We do need to have a little more way of whatchamacallit, a more tactical defense training. How am I going to change that? I don't. Mainly as a rule from him wanting to do more tactical defending. Okay, more technical possession training. Okay, well, I have to look into that, but I always look into the training things off camera because I don't want it to take up too much of our time. We have a couple of player teams, couple of games to go through. We're going to send the assistant here. The press conferences are very tiresome. I only keep them because if I get far enough in a cup or something, it would be cool to get to talk to the press and see what happens. So, so I think we're going to have a look now when we get to match day and have a look at how Green is feeling. And yeah, looking for support for Duro against Dover. Yeah, that's from the press conference. Yeah, let's go on here. It's going to be an interesting game, I think. So let's just move on. We are the most interesting game according to this. Okay, home to Dover, and as we have a good position, 4th position, maybe that, and after the start of the first game, maybe that will bring attendance in this game. Would have been interesting to see if we can get the right players in, but Green is all good here now, but I'm still considering Healy. I am actually going to give Healy the opportunity to show what he can do. It might be a really stupid decision of me because it worked very well in the first game with Green out there, but yeah, let's see what we can do with this, lads. Tactical meeting. Oh, I'm nervous now. You don't want it to end up like last season where we play a brilliant game and then the next everything collapses, and then the next everything goes great again and then we collapse. I don't want that to sort of be a standing thing happening with us. Vos is a bit tired. That's the right midfielder, but I think we're going to be good. He's just not in the sharpness. He's missing sharpness, that's all. Joe Healy coming in for Green. And we keep playing with Joseph Rabbits. Let's hope that he makes another good game, because he was probably one of the reasons, because they didn't create any real chances, Tunbridge, and perhaps he's what we've been missing in the defense. But given that, we only have Johnson left. We have lost Scott Doe, we have lost Irvine, and so we have a complete new defense except for Johnson. every position right now is changed, and yeah, I'm just hoping that we have a better, not a worse defense this season. Now the feeling for me is that last season were better because of Scott Dow. He was a brilliant defender, and he had a lot of things to add with his ability to be captain and everything. And here we score now! Offside. Oh my god. But as I was saying, with his leadership and everything, he was our captain, and now he's out of it. Do I have them in the right way? Let's see. Advanced forward? No, he's supposed to be... They're supposed to be the other way around. How in God's name did this happen? Those two are supposed to change position with each other. Let's go. Let's see if that does anything for us. Let's see if that... So now he's the target man, yes, and he's the advanced forward. Great, great, great. Let's see what we can do here. Home game. Oh yeah, we need to change this as well to match overview, of course, so we can see the attendance in after half time. So, no chances created for us, but they have, and here's another chance for them. And it's headed clear, and here's Fundi. Can he get it to Stags? Or will he run himself? He gets it to Stags, and Stags has a chance, and Stags scores! It's 1-0, Welling! Great, lads! Oh my god, can we get a good start to this season? Get together a couple of wins here and keep up the points, keep the points coming in. This is great work from my lads. I'm really proud of what we have built up here. It looks like it's that we are going to get the chance here as well to Stags, and Stags scores again! Another brilliant goal from Stags. Yeah, he does play. The team plays a lot better with him as a target man, and that is just something that it seems like both Stags and his club has actually accepted that he's playing in that position now, and I'm pleased with the performance that they are giving us today, and let's just continue with that. Brilliant, brilliant, lad. This is fantastic. 2-0 up. And we look a lot more stable this season than we did last season, and hopefully that's because of the familiarity and everything like that. And yeah, Rory McAuley is an Englishman that's 31. I mean, his numbers is nowhere near Scott Dow's, but he seems to be a good defender, and he's got the age to be have a little daddy role in the team. But if we are to find something negative, he's not captain materials, and that's what we really could use. A player 30 or older that can be the captain of the team. Someone preferably that has experience from higher up in the league table. Oh, Fundy missing that. I am actually considering putting this new signing, Liam Nash, which have a lot of good numbers, to take the position of Fundy. Oh, and giving him playtime will mean that Johnson will be the captain, because he's vice captain. So let's go with that. Let's see if we... No, this is not good. Not good at all. First goal of the season that we let in. And we don't want to miss this now. Come on, lads, don't do this to me. Dominic Vose and Darren Oldacre. I think I'm going to be taking off. I'm going to be pausing the game here because I'm going to do a couple of changes. Because it's Sam Kerry's going to get the chance again, and he's not going to be a defensive midfielder. I think we need to change this one as well. So Tyrone Duff is going to come in, or Duffy's, and play the last because they were very tired. The question is, are they good enough to keep this up? Or will this give us another goal in the back? Nervously. I'm looking on this nervously because, yeah, you never know. Tom Stagg's done wrong. We have a long ball up towards Healy. Rabbits comes here on the left side of the field. Yes, Stagg to Rabbits again. Can Rabbits get it in? No. Can Healy get it in? He fires from there, and Joseph saves that one. 2 minutes to go. 1 minute to go even. Let's not let a goal in here at this late in the game. Come on, lads. That's so bad. Oh my God. 2-2. How can that happen? How is that possible to happen time and time again? And we lose a point because of it. But 926 spectators here today. The first win was, I'm going to go with unlucky. Part of the unluckiness was, of course, that we needed to change all those tired players at the end of the game, especially the midfielders there. Vanarama super sub Musa recovered Dover, yeah. Makes a debut. I don't want to talk. And Vose, let's see, I'm confident that Vose is now quite a natural performer in his new position. Good. Been given enough match experience than right midfielder to try to fully master the position over time. Alright, good. No additional focus. That's good. Or not good. I think I'm gonna give him some... Is he a good free kick taker? No. Penalty taker. He's got finishing. And let's just put him on that to take penalties and see what he can do and become. Stagg was on form again, so I'm gonna be giving him some praise. Let's see what happens here. Two games to go. We have an away game against Wealdstone, and we have then a home game against Western Supermare. And then this episode is over. So badly to lose a point here, where we have 2-0 up, where we're 2-0 up after the first half, and then sort of drops, everything goes bad in the second half. That's just too bad. These players are nothing that I want on my shortlist anyway, even though they're good, really good players. Seems like they have good numbers, but they didn't want to sign for us, so why have them on the shortlist then? So let's see what happens. Unbeatable Wellington new record. 6 games unbeaten. Yeah, we ended the season quite well last season, and we have started this season quite good, so that's why. Let's see here. The squad general character has had a positive effect lately. The squad's less desirable characteristics have had an effect lately. That's not good. Additional focus cannot increase free kicks any further. So let's take that away then. What we want penalty, because he's our penalty taker. So let's Let's let him train penalty. Ben Wells and the other left. Those are the players that was on trial with us. And that's all over now. And let's see what we can accomplish. Now the season has started. Maybe we can see if Irvine is, if North County is getting a bit desperate, not getting to lend him out, or is he playing? He's been playing in the reserves, under 23 or under 18, I guess. Under 23, I'm guessing, because he is 18. Well, if he's 18, he can perhaps still play in the under 18. So, but he's in the first team, but he's playing in under 18 or under 23, not in their first team. But let's just try and see what they say. He's listed for loan, but they want him to play with higher quality players. We're gonna continue to go in here and see if we can lend him later on. Then, if they don't get him loaned out, maybe we can have a chance. Maybe they sooner or later will realize that, well, if we don't, he's not going to get any games if we don't lend him out to them. That would be great. But anyway, we are who we are, and we play the way we play. Let's see now. Yeah, we were going to decent turnout. It's decent turnout. Well, yeah, we're gonna be, but we're not going to earn any money. They want me to change a lot on the midfield. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe Nathan Green should come back, I don't know. But yeah, we need to change Victor Fundy and Tom Staggs. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, they're back. No, they're not. That position is... Okay, so yeah, that's the problem. Let's just switch them then. Like that. That's good. Good. And they've linked up quite well, and yeah, as I said, I think Green, or maybe I should give Sam Kelly an opportunity to play today. I think I'm going to do that actually. Sam Kelly is going to get the opportunity to play instead of Joe Healy. We need to experiment a little bit here at the start of the season and hopefully get things right. We want him as a winger. Let's have him as support winger. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. They still want me to change a lot. I'm not going to do that. Let's see here. Well interface, healthy, report on training. Loads of players that are unhappy, and I'm not going to go through that now. It needs attention. I've noticed that some of our mentoring groups are no longer functional properly. Okay, Rory Fincher. Yeah, there's lacking of players there, I guess. So yes, let's just do like that. And now there's no group with Roy. Okay. With Rory, not Roy. Let's go on. We want... Oh, they're second in the league. Doesn't mean very much this early on, but I wonder if they... I don't remember this team in this league the last season, so I wonder if that's one of the teams that have dropped down or if it's one of the teams that has come up. Now we have 24 teams this season. Oh, it's changed. So we're going to have 46 games to play in the league this season. A couple of more games. 6 more games to play. That's 3 more home games. That's a couple of pounds in the bank. That's good. So that's interesting to see. Let's see our finances. We are not making any money, still on 37,000 in deficit. Let's look at loan and depth, where we're 47 in net debt. And this is well, they have prolonged this because it was to 22 before. That's interesting. Original debt remaining 10,000. Okay, about 10,000 left to pay in that debt, I mean, not depth. We only have main kit sponsors, which is bonkers. We want more sponsorship, and yeah, really, there's a couple of things that one could, that I perhaps should want to say instead. A couple of things that I should be trying to get into more and learn more about is the things, what changes do I have to do in order to get some things to change, like that things like the training. Is it only that I need to become professional to sort of, this session is unavailable to semi-pro or amateur clubs? Is it just that I need to do, or do I need to sign the coaches as well? Or when I get to be professional, will it increase if I get more coaches and stuff like that? Will there be more opportunities? And what kind of staff do I need to bring in sponsors? This is, of course, a very important thing. Is it a director? Is it a technical director, or what? Is there any staff member I can bring in to increase our sponsorship income? Or is it just based on how I produce, or how the team performs? Which would be very strange, because I mean, teams like Manchester United can bring in the most money in sponsorship and everything because of their name and because of the brand and everything, but they can be really crappy. We have been crappy since Ferguson left, really, and still we are the biggest earner. And if we don't count the money that the oil producing people puts in, or stuff like that, then we are making the most money still in sponsorship and stuff like that. And yeah, but we haven't had any success for years. But yeah, they have built up a very good brand, and Ferguson was a part of that, of course. So let's see if I can be a part of building up Welling's brand and give them a good financial situation. Now, in the end of it all, of course is very much depending on how you perform at the pitch. So I'm gonna see here. I'm just gonna see. Yeah, Healy was the one playing on the left, so I'm gonna use Sam Kelly this game. Yes. Let's see if we can't do something against Wellstone. If we take a look at Wellstone, they are playing quite offensive there on the sides, and having they are playing quite strange compared to us. But looking at the history, they were actually climbing, so they are newcomers. That's interesting. I thought they were a team that went out from the higher division last season, but they actually climbed. Well, what do you know? Well, we're going to try and get something out of this game with this little bounce. Yeah, well, these couple of players, these 11 players, is going to try and get a point here, or maybe 3. Pump fists. I'm expecting you to win today, boys, because I am. I want that win. I can't continue to handle them with silk gloves. I need to be putting some pressure on them. They need to be able to handle pressure like that. Oh, here's up to Fundy. Fundy gets it into Stags. Stag, no, he couldn't score. That's too bad. But we need to we need to really take care of those counter-attack situations, because the way they play is quite defensive, and they're probably going to hoist balls up towards their 3 main players and up front, so we need to work ourselves as quick as possible to their penalty areas before they have 4 guys in the back line, and then they have a defensive midfielder playing there just above them, so they're very, very tight, especially in the center of the field. They could leave some, yes, but it's been disallowed in offside. Holy smokes. But as I said, they could be a bit vulnerable out on the sides, because they don't have. Is this a goal then? It is. Great. We take the lead again. Let's continue to play this good, lads. We are in a deserving situation now. We ended the season so well last year, and yeah, just losing out with one goal in the very last game from taking ourselves to a playoff position. So let's hope for playoff position this season. Now, as I said, I don't want to lose my position as manager for the club, so that's why I don't want to go up 1 division this year. I still want to reach the final in the playoff to earn the money, but I don't want to bring the club up to the next division, because I don't think we have the players to. We barely have the players to be a good team in this division. I'm not going to go up an entire division and then go back down again, because if we fall out, I'm pretty sure no matter how impossible they thought it were to climb a division, if I go out a division, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get sacked, and I don't want to get sacked. I want to bring this club as high as possible and see what we can get out of this. But in order to keep my job, even if we fell out or going out of a division, I need to have been here for a couple of seasons, so that they feel that I am not. It's not going to be easy to fire me. Oh, that's another goal. 2-0 up. Good, lads. It's supposed to. I mean, if I go up to League 2, gets into professional football, and then I fall out, then we have done a couple of seasons down here, and hopefully that will mean that they won't be firing me even if we fall out. Now, of course, I don't want to fall out. I'm going to fight as much as I can to keep climbing and to keep staying and not go out of a division, because we And that's why I don't want to climb this year, because I think that we still need a couple of good players. We still need to develop a couple of the youth players to become better. The problem is that, of course, we need the money, and the money is gained by climbing to get new sponsorships and stuff like that, because I'm going to need the money to sign contracts with the players that I have. Especially if they, the more they develop and stuff like that, they are going to be demanding higher salaries and everything. I already have a couple of players I need to sign before Christmas. They need new contracts because I can only sign 2 years contract. I want to sign 4-year contracts or something like that, but I'm only allowed to give them 2, it seems. I don't know why. I can't even suggest more than 2 years. Except for Scott Dow. I could suggest 4-year to him. I don't know why, but I could give him a 4-year contract, and he only played that last season. So I really shouldn't have given him a new contract at all. Because I could have saved a lot of money if I knew he was going to leave us. Holy smokes, that we were lucky there that was an offside goal. We're not playing at our best now. Come on, lads, you need... Oh, we are very tired. Let's go pause here. Let's see, what can we do? We're going to... Or we're going to give Duffus a chance there. We're going to get Kerry a chance there. And we need another player. You know what? What do we have to offer? I think we're going to go with Liam Nash, and I think we're going to have to go in here because we're going to be changing a bit here. We're going to actually bring him up here and put him here, and he's going to be the target man, of course, with attack, and he's also going to be an advanced striker like that. So this is how we're going to end the game. I know it's a dangerous thing to do this. I don't want to lose our 2-0 lead, but I don't think that I have much of a choice, since the team is very tired. And yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see if they create chances, or we are going to create chances, or if it's going to be a dead race now. Rory is getting very tired as well out there, and Joseph as well, and Johnson. Well, they're all tired, but we can't lose the points now. We're just gonna, yeah, play the game out, and we won. 2-0 victory away. Another good game from my lads, and yeah, I guess we have one game to go in this episode, and we still haven't been beaten this season. That's good. 3 games, 7 points, 6 in goal difference. Good start. Very proud of my lads. Hopefully we can end up here in the blue, in the promised land, go far in the playoffs, and then stay another season down here. Whew, it's nervously, and it's interesting and everything, and I'm really looking forward to this season. I think we have a good squad, better squad, perhaps not as good top players. I think we have. I mean, we're missing Irvine and stuff like that were really good players. But I think we have a broader squad without having the same draining salaries from our players. So we are actually staying with, even if we have 1,000 more in a weight budget. We actually have less than we have had last year in salaries, which is very good, and perhaps that's why it went up with 900 or something like that because we have 3 more home games. Maybe that's why. So yeah, but a good start to the season, and we're going to be playing the very last game of this episode, which is Western Supermare. And I don't know if this one has been climbing or if it's... No, this is the team that's fallen out from the Vanarama League last year, it seems like. But that doesn't make sense. League history... Can't I... competitions... landmark managers... records... players notes... overview. Where can I see where they played last season? That would be interesting. Maybe on a player? No, guess not. So I can't see where they played last season. Maybe on their schedule, senior squad. Maybe I can, yeah, go back there. And they have been climbing. They have coming from behind and are new to this league. It's going to be interesting to face yet another one of those teams. And remember Oxford, that's a tough game we have in the very first game in the next episode is going to be a tough game. He's now homegrown, good. Even if he doesn't know, we're not going to play in Europe. So yeah, let's see here. We have, I mean, I don't want Isiaka left to stay in the club anymore, to be honest. I want to get rid of that salary as well. We have plenty of strikers, but I'm gonna, after the game, in between here where off camera things is, I'm gonna put a setting on transfers list if I remember. And this one I've set on the transfers list already. I'm not pleased with him either. Don't think he's good enough. So let's just continue. It's quite interesting. Training schedule for coming weeks. This is, of course, yep, let's continue with that. Let's give them the power to decide how we're going to train before this game. Interesting start of the season, I must say, and I'm really pleased with what the lads have done so far. I'm just waiting for the knife in the back where we start to lose control of this, but we have started really good. And I'm really, as I said, I'm really proud of the lads and what they have become and what they have done. So yeah, I know we lack depth. That's why we would love to have Irvine. So yeah, I can't find anyone else. I've tried for so many. Squad general character had positive impact, good. Let's see, excellent support from the players, that's good. Verde, easy potential key player, could become slightly better than Liam Nash. Are you kidding me? Oh well, then I'm not gonna sell him then, I guess. I'm going to try and find a way to bring him up sooner or later. But let's go on and try to get to the next game and hopefully end this with a win as well. It would have been great if we could end this episode with a win, and perhaps we'll have a good season this year. And at least it's going to be very interesting to see where we end up and everything. Do I really want a Chief Scout? I mean, really? They have such puny numbers. I really don't want somebody to judge. And here's yeah, I can send these. These are my players or my coaches and stuff like that. Yeah, let them go on courses to become better. That's never bad to develop them into better coaches. And yeah, the problem is that we were probably going to lose them once they have been trained up good enough, so I might not get any use of them. But the better coaches we have, the better trained my players are, the better results we can get. So we all have to take that chance. We can't hold them back just because we don't want to lose them. That's ridiculous to think. I'm gonna go in here into coaches and no changes, so still the same. So let's continue. Pretty close to the last game here now. Tomorrow is today. Well, tomorrow in the game, let's see here, we have, they don't want me to change anything, but I think I'm going to change Sam Kelly back to green. I think that position is going to be hard to decide who's going to be the first team player of them. So far, Joe Healy has had the worst results in that position, but we don't know if that is because we were facing a lot better teams than the other two games we have played. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. As I said, we can see here, well, the 2-2 game against Dover, we had Joe Healy play and he was only 6.3, but the other players were kind of bad in that game as well. And Sam Kelly only played 6.3, even though the rest of the team were playing quite good. Green was playing 7.5. He was one of the better players in the team in that first game. So yeah, Green is going to come back now, and perhaps if he continues to put in average ratings like that, it's going to be hard to keep him out of the team, that's for sure. So let's see what he can do in this next game against, let's praise, put arms around like usual, and then we have to criticize that one, put arms around and like that, and then we continue. I think in between here I'm going to have a look at Irvine as well, see if he has changed his mind, or if Notts County has changed their mind and wants to lend him out to us, or if he's going to continue to be a problem in that way. Going to be interesting. Or maybe we should just go right now and have a look. Scouting, shortlist, Irvine. Is it nobody has lent him so far? Let's see if we can. No, we're not allowed. And they're not. He's not listed for loan anymore. So I guess they want to develop him themselves because they realized they couldn't lend him out to anybody else than to us, and we were not good enough to have him. So yeah, that's too bad, but that's just the truth. So Welling, Western Supermare, and yeah, let's go for it, guys. Nathan Green back in the team, and yeah, I guess that's what they're singing. Nathan Green back in the team. Nathan Green is back in the team. Good spectators, aren't they? Let's see here. We should be winning this for now. We're favourites and we should be winning this comfortable. I fully expect you to keep the running going with this match. They seem motivated. Let's kick this game off. Let's see what we can do. I know this is another one of those clubs that has come from behind or from below so that we are of course favorites in this game as well. But yeah, so were we against Dulwich last season, and we were beating 4-0 at home and could just beat them away with 1-0. And here they have started a lot better than we have, so this is not good. This is not starting out to be very good at the start of the game anyway. Let's hope that that was just a little bug, a little starting bug, nervous players getting on with it. Interesting. Almost 15 minutes and still a goalless draw. We haven't had a chance, they have had one. So let's see what this will... Well, we've had one shot on target, but it's not been a dangerous shot on target because we haven't seen it. And with two shots on target, that's interesting. That we are creating chances and we are even having shots on target, but they're not showing it. So here's Green with a good ball in actually against Stag. To be honest, if there was something I could train on Stag, it would be his heading, because he's quite bad at that. Even though he's often winning the balls when it comes to being the target man and bringing it down to others, he actually wins the ball a lot. But I guess that's perhaps because he's a tall player or something. I haven't had a look at his height, but yeah, I guess it's something. Look at this. He gets it back to down to Fundy, and Fundy, oh my god, that's his corner at least. But Stag he looks like he's a tall player when you look at him here. And oh no. Didn't come to us. Yes. No, didn't. We have 5 shots and 3 on targets. They have 1 shot, but there's still, I think there have been just as many chances for both of us on shown as we kind of have been able to see here. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame that we can't convert our chances. That's another shot, but it's not on target. Interesting statistics there in the match statistic. But we need to create chances and score as well. We just can't continue to play better than the opposite. We need to score as well. They have a goal kick. They hoist it out. But there, we are there. Here's Stag. He can find Fundy. Can Fundy find a goal? He scores! It's a goal! 1-0 to Welling. Brilliant, lads. We are probably going to have our half-time lead here, which is brilliant. And such a great start here. Pump fist. Yeah. I know that you can play better even if you are in the lead. 10 points. We were nowhere near this last season. Last season I was thinking that I was going to get sacked at this point because we started so very badly. And this season we have certainly changed that. Now we have to look at the teams that we have faced. Might not be the very best of teams, but still we are on our 4th game and we have drawn 1 and won 2, and we are leading in this 4th game. And I'm just hoping that we can continue to win these games. We're not giving a lot of chances, even though, 10 shots and 5 on targets. We have created chances, to be honest. We just can't seem to score. Here we go, Oldacre, and it's a goal! No, it's been disallowed. It was offside. Holy crap. Holy crap on a cracker. Liam Nash coming in for Fundy, so now Johnson is the captain. And last time I did this, we went from 2-0 up to 2-2, which makes it a bit nervous. I don't know if it's that Johnson isn't as good a captain as Fundy, or if it's that Liam Nash brings the team down or something like that. But the rest of the lads seems to keep a fitness that they can continue to play anyway, which they couldn't in that. I needed to do a lot of changes in that game, and this time they can all play. Nathan Green should really, and oh, they really went down there at the end. But we win the game 1-0, and we have 693 attendance in this game. Interesting if we can get that to be higher and higher, because that's where we're going to get our financial situation underfoot, as they say. So yeah, another good game. We've started the season well. 3 wins and 1 draw. I'm very, very pleased with my lads, and I'm very pleased with this first episode, because we are actually in a good feeling at the club at the moment, and it's so important to get the morale to work and everything. And yeah, let's see, we lose money, all right, 40,000 in deficit. That's not good. 51,000 according to them. Now we have under 10,000 in debts, and yeah, it's going to be tough. But the more we can win and stuff, the better it will get. And we have this thing here to look forward to. If we can get anywhere to a club that has a lot of spectators, we can save the entire financial situation of the club. So yeah, let's because we're not in great danger with this amount of deficit, but of course we want to be on the other side of this line. We want to be here. We might not be having huge numbers here, but we want to be here so that we can build upon this team and become a better one. And as I said, we're going to end it here now with 4 winnings, 4 games in the league where we won 3 of them and we were actually drawn. We had a very good chance of winning against Dover as well. A bit of unlucky there, and they equalized us in the very last minutes of the game, which were a shame, in the 94th minute. Yeah, so they really did hurt us there. We couldn't come back from that, of course. But as I said, we're going to meet Oxford in the next game, and then Metropolitan Police. I guess that's a team that's come from below as well. And then we're going to have Hampton and Richmond and Billericay Clay, and that will be the end of the next episode. And then in episode 3 is actually when we hopefully get to play the very first game in the FA Cup, and hopefully we won't go out of that against the kind of low teams that we can face in that situation. But we do have we have yet an episode to go through in between that before we get to the FA Cup. So without further ado, I'm going to just announce that you feel free to like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and stay safe out there, of course. And I'll just say bye.